Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of 868 Hack. We are still on a streak. There you go. That's our intro. We're starting up 298, and we want to get to 387, which I don't know if I mentioned, by the way. We're actually like tied for 6th. We're not even properly... We're tied for 6/7, I guess. So if we beat 387, that'll be a lot better than 386. Let's move up 2 or 3 spaces in the list. Anyway, let's go. Start. Here we go. Running. Streamlined avatar and teleports. Okay. None of those are a lot of fun. Poly, yeah, that one's got one extra thing on it for a reason. It really helps with the Cryptog teleports, just because they're so nasty and like you don't know where they are. Poly both shows you where they are and makes them stop freaking jumping around everywhere. And I think you guys have seen Streamlined Avatar ports. It means we have 2 health instead of 3. I mean, attack plus, also good, but... boy, look at all the resources on this floor. And we already have 10 energy. Again, we're a cyborg. But I really do want the poly. And I really want to pick up some of these resources. Let's grab this. It's pretty good resource-wise, and it gets us 2 credits. Right? This seems okay? It seems okay to me. And I do want the poly. I feel bad having to pick that up. Poly's not one of my favorite programs, but... I could maybe poly here. There's no Cryptogs on screen, which is like what I bought poly for, but this virus is going to be a problem. And I have a pretty good area to defend up here, I think. I could get snuck up on by a Cryptog if I poly any of these guys into one, but I don't think it's super likely. Yeah, let's poly. Oh, that guy turned into a virus. The worst. That's actually really bad. Let's do it again. Alright, everyone's Cryptogs now. Very exciting. Oh, he was right there! No! Alright. Well, that's why we have undo for. I don't believe a poly could possibly save us, so we'll just undo. There you go. And, poly again. How do I get out of this? I forgot that I have streamlined avatars, so like even taking 1 damage is a disaster. I guess... 1 more poly lets me get out of this with just 1 damage, no matter what happens, right? And if I'm very, very lucky, I could take no damage. Actually, that's not true. If this guy turns into a virus, I'll have to poly again. But like, what can I do? I have to, right? I'm gonna die otherwise. Wait, am I? What if I just walk north? Take 1 hit, shoot the guy twice. Meanwhile, this guy has gone 3 moves, 1, 2, 3, and I shoot him. That actually seems okay. Given that, it seems like I maybe made a mistake by using the undo earlier. And that I could have just polyed the virus who was caught. No, he was too close. He was too close for me to survive that. Yeah, I think it was right. Anyway, so I think we just walk north, we take a hit, we kill this guy, we kill the other guy, and we try to get out of here without dying. We have to really hoard our credits a bit. Alright, it's not a Cryptog. Happy to see it. Okay. That is a Cryptog. I don't want to poly him, but if I don't, there's no way I can avoid the possibility of getting hit. So I'm gonna poly him, right? I mean, we'll die if we get hit again, and it's a streak that I don't want to lose. There you go. I don't have any, like, attacking tools. I mean, I see right here, attack plus, pretty good, but it's rough if that's your only tool, because it's so expensive. Does solve a lot of problems. Alright, there's a Cryptog up there. If I go north, I can probably get him into my line of sight pretty quickly. Nope, he teleported already. Okay. So here's the thing. I can poly to reveal him, right? But the other thing I could do is just walk around blindly and undo when he hits me. And then I'll know where he is, right? The problem is that knowing where he is does not necessarily enable me to fight him, because he'll just teleport again. So I think I should just poly so I don't have to mess with him. There he was! Okay, so there's great resources like right here. And row is good. Attack plus is good, but like I can't defend it really. Yeah, I just need more credits. Just to fuel my poly, the 1 credit program is making me do this. And I don't think I can justify picking up attack plus. And anything else on this floor is just not really that good. Let's go. So if this guy hasn't teleported, then he's moved 3 times, which puts him here. Alright, so he hadn't teleported, probably. I mean, he might have like teleported and then gone back to some place that's equivalent to where he would be if he hadn't, but Occam's Razor says he didn't teleport. What do we want here? Question mark program? Yes, probably. I don't know what it is, but I need more tools, and score is not going to cut it. Wait. Well, gotten worse programs in my life. I think I'm going to take these 3 points. More for the credits than the points, really. I should have polyed last turn, but I can still do it now. Wait a minute. If I poly, they might turn into Cryptogs. It's just the faraway virus closing distance too quickly, and the demon taking too many shots make me sad, and so I'm thinking of a poly. Whoa! I just had this crazy thought, guys. Okay, so poly and undo doesn't seem like much of a combo, but it might be. Because what if I poly and I get something I don't like? And I'm like, gosh, I need to poly again. I could poly again, and that cost me a total of 2 and 2, right? Or I could undo the first poly, making it effectively cost only 1 credit, and then poly again, not spending the energy for polys I don't like. Interesting thought. So one thing is, I'm not sure that would work. It might be that, like, the polys are seeded somehow and you would get the same one the second time, but I would find that out the very first time, so, like, at worst, it only costs me $1 to find out that that's a bad plan. But it doesn't seem like a good thing to do right now. Just something I thought of. I don't remember why. So one thing I could do is start running away into the northwest corner. 1, 2, 3 moves. Meanwhile, this guy goes 1, 2, 3. Seems pretty good, actually. The main issue is this glitch would eventually work his way up here. And I'm not sure what I would do about that. Because that means I'm basically spending 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 7 moves to kill these two guys. And the glitch has plenty of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, he could kill me in that time. I think a poly is fine. If I turn anything into a Cryptog, so be it. Fine. I'm perfectly happy with that result. I could take 1 damage. Or I could consider undo and then step... No, that's dumb. Yeah, let's just take the damage. Do I want anything else on this floor? Not really. Let's just... I mean, this square is pretty okay, resource-wise. But right now I have resources. I need tools. Like a reset? Well, I don't know. Okay, so here are some tools. And also a very defensible corridor, safe from Cryptogs. I kind of need the poly right now, otherwise this virus is gonna get me. Uh-oh. He could be anywhere. I could just dance back and forth in this corner forever, and eventually he would walk into me. Into my line of sight, that is. But in the meantime, more monsters would spawn, so I should consider doing something different from that. But I think that just waiting for him is a good plan. They teleport a lot, has been my experience. Alright, we got him. And so you don't want to just like wander around. I had a game, I think it was pretty recently, where I had Cryptog teleports. And yeah, it was pretty recent. It was like last night, I think. Probably 2 or 3 episodes ago for you guys. Where I had Cryptog teleports, and I used show like on every level because I remembered how bad it had been previously. And they were just teleporting like half the time when their turn came up. They were everywhere. So a D-bomb is pretty good. Calm is like okay, but not that great. Let's go for a D-bomb, I guess. I want to stand here. Okay. That was a pretty fortunate roll on the enemies that arrived. They were all things I could cope with pretty easily. And D-bomb, I feel a lot better just having some kind of attack spell. I say spell, I don't know, program, whatever. Like in really bad situations, I can just poly until the enemy turns into a demon and then blow him up, right? Like that's a thing I can do now. And I bet you at some point before this game is over, I'll do that. Do I want anything else? The points are not that appealing. Debug is just... It's pretty good, but it's so badly positioned that I'm like afraid of taking it. Or I could just leave. That's the other thing. Like, I think those are the main lines here. I can also like pick up some resources here. I don't want to get to 6. It's just too scary. Calm, I'm not really excited about fighting. I think I would like the debug, because glitches are just a real problem. Sometimes, anyway. This guy teleported last turn, because otherwise he would have been here and I would have seen him. We're just going to walk back and forth here. There's a bunch of Cryptogs on the loose, but they can't get us here in our Fortress of Solitude. Alright. I don't mind walking around blind here because we're about to leave, so getting hit once wouldn't be such a big deal. Alright, halfway point. We made it to the halfway point. Wow, nice tile here. What is that, 11? Yeah, I like that a lot. I also like this a lot. Delay. Oh, a favored prog of mine, I must say. A lot of points here, but like none of them that I really want. I don't know. I think I was whispering there a little bit. I haven't yet, like, I don't know. I carry on these conversations with you guys in sort of a conversational tone, which means that sometimes I'm like a little bit louder and sometimes I'm sort of quieter, providing different sorts of emphasis. And like, that's not great for YouTube. I think it would be better if I were always sort of even toned and the right volume and so on. But I don't know. I think I'm like audible enough, and hearing the variation in my tone of voice could be entertaining, probably. So I could step east or I could poly. Stepping east looks okay, because it gets me like into shooting range of the virus, but then if I do shoot him, like this guy will be adjacent to me and like these guys will be closing in. I think I'd rather poly and see what happens. Maybe I should step east first and then poly. That gets the virus closer to me, which means there's a big clump of enemies here, which means I can poly them and then debomb them, right? Like, that was the whole plan. I don't know, let's try it. Oh, interesting. This guy moved first. And the Cryptog teleported. Strange things happening today. Okay. Whoa, the Cryptog, no. This is actually going like way better than it has any right to be. Don't appreciate that very much. Let's undo that and wait for him. What a nice heal, right? Undo, I'm pretty happy with having Undo along with Streamlined Avatar, because basically every time I get hit is a nightmare, and Reset doesn't really fix the problem. So I can play a little bit more like focused on preventing myself from ever getting hit by way of Undo. Of course, it'd be better not to need Undo, but you know, with the Cryptogs, things get out of control. So I really would like Delay. Which means that I don't want to stand here to siphon, because here and here are like the two reasonable places to siphon Delay, and they both intersect with being here, which means this is a bad place to stand. This one seems okay, right? I mean, it's a total of 9 here, also a total of 9, I guess. They both have exactly 6 credits and 3 energy, so I don't know. This spot is more defensible, I guess, is the tiebreaker then. I should stop thinking so much of that as being the tiebreaker. In some ways, it's like the main thing. It's like, how defensible is this? Yeah, let's delay that. That gets us time to retreat. It only kills 1 monster with the delay, but there's a really important monster. Oh, this is a little bit gross, isn't it? What about a poly? To make these guys not be so fast anymore. Then I could shoot this guy twice. Of course, he could turn into a demon. Not great. But if he does, I can shoot these guys a bit and then use him as a bomb. So that's fine too, I think. So that hit, of course, was on purpose. Oh my gosh, he snuck up behind me. South, south, north, north. It gives this guy 4 moves, which means he'll be here. That seems fine. I do not at all like the idea of this guy being on the loose. He could be anywhere now. Let's just poly him. Yeah, he was down there. I was thinking of stepping east, which as it turns out, would have been fine. I'd get a clear shot at him. Whoa. Whoa. What if we undo the poly and then do step east? Wait a minute, so, but, undo, I think, would undo an entire turn, and poly doesn't take a turn. Would it then give him a chance to teleport somewhere different instead? I think it would. It's not worth taking that risk to save myself 1 energy. If I understood the mechanics correctly, I would know whether... If I understood them perfectly, I should say. I would know whether it's the correct move to undo right now. And I could potentially save myself 1 credit. But I'm not going to pinch pennies here. When I don't understand whether it's actually going to work. When it could just lead me to, like... Maybe I undo, and instead of teleporting here, he teleports here, and I walk east and I die. Like... The payoff of 1 energy is not worth that risk. What else are we taking here? I don't know. This. Oh my god, I hate these guys so much. I guess I could have walked towards him. But it wouldn't have helped, because he would either teleport or walk here, and then I still wouldn't know where he was, and I'd have to do something. So I'm okay with having poly there. Alright. Let's just go. Yeah, of course, 1 monster. I'm leaving. Alright, I think we can delay this pretty effectively. What else are we picking up on this floor, by the way? There's a show. That could be a better stopgap than poly. But of course it's quite expensive to defend. Forgot to delay that guy. Do I undo? No, I don't think so. Let's just delay these guys some more and then kill him. He teleported. Lucked out there. Some question mark points. Could be okay. Reset, it's alright, but with the streamlined avatar, it's a lot less good than usual. I'm so tempted to pick up this show. Really, really would like it. It's just a little hard to defend out here. I think we can do it with delays. So what else are we siphoning? Probably some resources, right? Like maybe here. Let's do the show first. We have enough resources to defend that, I should think. I could siphon here instead and pick up step as well, but that seems like pointlessly dangerous. Yeah, fine. So let's delay. Okay, where to now? There's a pretty good resource profile right here, right? 3, 6, 10. Yeah, I'll take that. Do I want this? I'm floating a lot of siphons, which means that, like, I should spend them. Let's take this and then undo if we don't like the results. 4 monsters. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, just 2 delays solves this pretty well. It's a lot of viruses today. Ugh, this guy. Let's just walk west, east, east, and okay, he didn't teleport. My plan was to undo if he did anything really funky. Alright, we made it out. Sector 7, here we come. Looks like a pretty clear delay. Delay and then sort of walking east while strafing south. I mean, you can't strafe, but you get the idea. Is there anything I want to pick up on this floor? Row is positioned pretty well in terms of defense and in terms of resources to collect, as are the 6 points. So I sort of wanted to choose between those two. Otherwise, I don't know, just like here there's 8 resources. Here there's 7, like But all right, let's deal with that later. Let's fight all this stuff first. All right, I think we got him. They're making it hard for me to progress, but we'll get there eventually. Maybe I should have picked this up before I went. I don't know. I think actually, with delay, we kind of have enough resources to sort of handle the last sector now. So I should be not being so cautious and picking up way more defenses. I should maybe think about grabbing some points. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the 6 points. One. So a delay here, stepping south. 2, 3. I'd kind of need another delay to deal with this guy. What if I delayed and went 1, 2, 3, 4? Then this guy wakes up and I can step west and sort of defend this area from here. Or step east, depending on what kind of monsters arrive, and chase this guy down to get into this area. That seems okay. So let's just use the 1 delay here. Okay, no Cryptogs have spawned all level. Okay, so if I take, it's gonna take me 3 moves to kill this guy. Meanwhile, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, whoops, that was more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So he'll be here or here. Which means if I step west, I risk him choosing to stand here, and then I'm in some trouble. If he stands here, it'll be fine. But if I step east, wherever he ends, I'll be able to shoot him. Plus, I'll be further away from this glitch, so let's go east. It's a little awkward, isn't it? Let's poly? Fine. There's a Cryptog on the loose. Not very happy about that. I was thinking of using a show or a poly or something. I think, though, I'm going to undo, because I might end up needing to take some damage on this floor or something. However, I'm not going to learn my lesson and show. I'm going to undo and then step east. And if he does not then walk into my line of sight, I'll probably show or poly or something. But he didn't. So that's like... See, we spent 1 credit to deal with the Cryptog, right? Not bad. So now I have to ask myself, am I siphoning anything else before I go? This square is pretty okay. Although it's not actually any better than this square. It just looks better because of the 3 versus the 1. There's a lot more 2s around this one, right? So... I would like some more resources, I think. We're doing, like, pretty well in terms of resources, but... I don't see myself being able to afford to spend 4 siphons on the next floor. So I'm just not going to float that last one. I'm going to spend it now while I can. Not very happy with that guy, but let's just go. I haven't used the D-bomb yet, by the way. I lied about... Maybe I lied about spending it before the run is over. So as you know, when I have a delay on the last floor, I like to clear the opening party, pick up all my siphons, hit as many points as I can on the way out, and just keep it all delayed forever. But that's not necessarily always the best approach. Like, one thing I'm considering now is triggering this before I finish clearing the welcoming party, so that the delays I'm using on the welcoming party are also being used on the defenders of this. It means I'll have... I don't know. It seems good. But I'm not sure if it actually is. I haven't used that show that I fought super hard for. I feel kind of dumb about that. But, I don't know, I still think it was a good pickup. It's also, like, it's kind of hard to work this question mark into my escape route, right? If I want to get the 9 and the 7, which I kind of do, I want to be here, run this way, and then, like, it's super out of my way. It costs me a ton of extra delays to come pick this up. So I might like to actually fight off the guys that this spawns as opposed to just, you know, run straight for the exit. The other thing is... I mean, I have the resources for 10 delays. The problem is, like, I wish I had exchange, actually. I have a lot more credits than energy. Well, about the same amount of credits and energy, but I'm going to run out of energy long before I run out of credits is sort of a problem. That means I can afford a lot of undos. But that's not exactly what I'm... Well, okay, what that does mean is I can afford a show, I guess. I'm not sure why I think a show would be that useful, whereas, like, if things go wrong, I might want D-bombs and debugs and whatever else. I don't know. Let's start on the delay here. And now feels kind of like the moment of truth. Do I pick this up? If I don't like it, I can spend 1 credit to put it back, I guess. Let's see how it goes. Just adding 3 monsters. Not a big deal at all, I don't think. Okay, we're starting to run a little low on energy. Do I need to delay that again? I think yes. That guy I'm gonna let spawn. Now I'm gonna start actually fighting this stuff. That's a little awkward, huh? Let's use a D-bomb, I guess. There we go. Poly? Sure. Wish I had calm, but, you know, you can't have everything. I've got delay, like, what more could I ask for, really? They could be standing right here. One of them could be here, right? That would make me sad, but I can undo if they are. Whoops. Should have considered a poly there. Should I undo and then poly? Yes. Let's debug this guy. Alright. We can now begin the extraction process. I only have enough for a few delays, but I'll pick up more energy as I go, so I think we can start now. Right? Let's count it out a little. Spend a delay. 1. How many moves does it take me to get out? Assuming no monsters spawn, right? 1. Siphon is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only 3 delays. And I'll have at least 5. So I can afford to shoot 6 monsters. That seems fine. Just don't let anything accidentally spawn, right? See you guys. 36. Pretty okay. Pretty okay. Oh yeah, I got that 3.5-inch floppy drive. Is it 3.5? Yeah, that's how big they normally are, right? It's 5 1/4, 3.5, and they're like 1.44 megabytes. I don't know. Anyway, pretty reasonable score. Made better use of undo than I usually do. I feel kind of dumb for not ever using that show that we fought so hard for, but that's fine. I don't think we ever took any chances where a stealth Cryptog could have killed us. So I feel okay about how we played that. And we are only 53 points away from our best. And we're still 3rd on this list, but we're very close to passing these two, which will be nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.